lesson, we're going to be looking at multiplying integers. And in previous lessons, we've looked at adding and subtracting integers and how they're really related to each other. And we'll notice that multiplying and dividing integers are also related with each other. We're going to be doing the same idea for both of them. And the nice part about multiplying integers is that we're really going to just find our answer by multiplying the two numbers together and ignoring the negative and positive signs to start with. And once we've found what that product is, what the number is, our answer is, just multiplying the two numbers together, then we're going to look at our positive and negative signs to figure out, is our answer going to be positive or negative? So that's the first thing we need to figure out, is our answer going to be positive or negative? And to help us figure out, I like to use a little story of people at a party. And we can think of these positive as positive people and the negatives as negative people. So in this first case, a positive times a positive is like we had two positive people at a party, and they're coming up to each other and they're talking about the party and how much fun they're having and all these people that they've met. And we have two positive people together, they're both having a great time, they're all going to stay positive. So in this case, our answer is going to be positive. I'll just shortcut it there. So positive times a positive is a positive. We know that already. That would be like 4 times 5 is 20. There's no negatives, nothing to worry about. Well, let's say that we have two negative numbers, or two negative people at a party. And they're both up to each other, and they're just grumbling and complaining, and they just hate the party, the food's terrible, they don't know anyone. And it starts to happen that these two people are starting to enjoy being negative with each other. And the more they are enjoying being negative with each other, the more they end up becoming positive. And so a negative times a negative equals a positive. And then in this last case, a negative times a positive, this would be like we have a negative person at a party and a positive person. And the positive person, oh, is very excited, having a great time, meeting lots of people, great food, and the negative person is just grumbling and complaining, hates the party, hates the food, doesn't know anyone, it's the worst place, they don't even want to be here. And the more that negative person complains, the more they turn that positive person negative as well. And then all of a sudden, they both become negative, and our answer becomes a negative. So whenever we have a positive times a negative, or a negative times a positive, or just a negative and a positive, our answer will be negative. So this right here is all that you have to remember when you're multiplying and dividing negatives. A positive times a positive will be a positive, a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative times a positive will be a negative. So this one right here is the only one that's really maybe going to stump you up. Just remember, if there's one negative and one positive, our answer will be negative. Here's a song. If you want to go onto my YouTube channel, Math Teacher Rules, and check out the song. It's a great way to help you remember our rules for multiplying and dividing. To the tune of Are You Sleeping, Brother John? We won't go through it right now. You can check out that video later on your own time. And if you're still not sure, want to look at another video, you can actually go and see the movie Stand and Deliver, which we use the idea of heaps and wholes for adding and subtracting integers, and they also have a segment in there on multiplying integers, so you can also check that out as well. But let's try some actual problems just to make sure we get this idea down. So, first of all, in this first one, we have negative 3 times 5. This is like that one negative person at the party, one positive. That one negative person is just dragging us down. They're going to make our answer negative. So 3 times 5 is 15. Our answer will be negative because we have one negative number. If we look at this next one, it's 7 times 9. That's just a regular old multiplying problem that we've always done. So 7 times 9 is just 63. You don't even have to worry about the negatives in that case. A positive times a positive is always a positive. Down here at this next one, we have negative 12 times negative 4. That's like those two negative people at the party, and the more they grumbled and complained with each other, the more they became happy because they had someone to grumble and complain to. So our answer is going to become positive. So 12 times 4 is 48. And two negatives makes a positive, so our answer will be positive 48. Taking a look at this next one up here, we have negative 10 times negative 6. Same idea of this one that we just did. Two negatives makes a positive. So it's really just taking 10 times 6, which is 60. This next one down here, 3 times negative 2. we have one negative and one positive. Doesn't matter which one is first, which one is second, but there's one negative number. And when one is negative, it pulls everybody negative, so our answer is going to be a negative. And 13 times 2 is 26. And this last one, same thing as this last time we just did. One negative number and one positive number. And when you have one negative and one positive, that one negative pulls everybody negative, so it's going to be a negative number. And 8 times 5 is 40. And our answer is negative because we have one negative number. So as you can see, multiplying integers is a lot easier than adding or subtracting. It's a lot less to remember. All that you need to remember is think about that party with those two people. Are they both positive? If so, our answer is going to be positive. Are they both negative? If so, they're going to make everything positive. They're hanging out together, and our answer will be positive. Or is one negative and one positive? In that case, that one negative doesn't have another negative person to hang out with. It's going to pull everybody down and make our answer